ARASA Ride Sharing Company ARASA.ca என்ற இணையதளத்துக்கு சென்று The ARASA Drivers ஆப்பினை டவுன்லோட் செய்து டிரைவர்ஸாக வேலை வாய்ப்பை பெறுங்கள். மாதாந்தம் $4,000 வரை சம்பாதியுங்கள். வணிக நிறுவனங்கள் ARASA இணையதளத்தின் மூலம் மளிகை பொருட்கள் மற்றும் உணவுப் பொருட்களை விற்பதோடு வாடிக்கையாளர்களுக்கு டெலிவரி செய்யலாம். தமிழில் தகவல்களை அறியாளையுங்கள். GTA பற்றி 40 ஆண்டுகள் அறிந்து கொண்டவரும் வீடு விற்பனை துறை ஊடாக மக்களால் அறியப்பட்டவருமான சிவா பிள்ளை 416-854-0005. Taxi broker licensed by City of Toronto.
Recording in progress.
Rather than sending the regular reminder for you guys in the meeting, I just posted 10 habits of success from Dan Locke. These are the things you have to listen every single day. You have to feel like every day the same. Anyway, real estate is a system. If you want to get success in the real estate industry, you have to work hard every single day. There's no Monday, no Sunday. Every day sunrise and sunset. You have to work hard. When you reach, say for example, certain million, but based on your lifestyle, based on your target, nobody can tell you what is your target is. One person is 2 million is enough, one person 10 million in the bank. That's up to you. Until you reach your target, your goal is your goal. Your goal is not Saturday, Sunday parties. Go out. We have to work hard. Okay. Real estate is a system you have to follow every single day. You have to make a business plan. I am ready. I'm ready to meet you guys. Pandemic is over, but everybody asking me to do the Zoom. Otherwise, like, we can have a classroom sitting there. I am paying the classroom, carrying the classroom training center $4,000 a month if I have the mortgage anyway. At least $4,000 cost to keep that training center. I am ready to meet you guys, but one of the meeting I saw it over 100 agents participated. I said, if anybody want to come in person, text me personally. If more than 10 people say text me personally, I can have it. I only get 1 or 2. Anyway, I'm ready, guys. Even Monday to Friday in the morning time, you can schedule the time and sit down with me, and we can make a business plan. After you make the business plan, follow the business plan every day. I'm available. That's so. You have to ask me when you can meet. I'm here. I'm here for you guys to teach. Okay. We have to make a business plan, and you have to have a daily schedule. You have to have a daily schedule. Start from the morning to night. What you're going to do to get success in the real estate industry. We have to do that one. Today we're going to talk about the prospecting side. That's a good one. Prospecting, everybody, we need to refresh your mind for the prospecting. We will talk about that one. We will talk about the prospecting is later. As a realtor, when you wake up, you have to have a physical exercise, at least 15 minutes. We are sleeping 10 hours, 8 hours in the bed. We need at least 15 minutes physical exercise. After that one, everything is our mindset. Everything is our mind. Becoming the president or going to work as a janitor. Everything is our mindset. Okay, you have to bring your mindset up. Only way you can bring the mindset up nowadays, guys. Not 20 years ago, the time we started. Nowadays, everything in the YouTube. Just to log on to YouTube and listen while you're in the washroom, while you're in the car, while you walk around. Just to listen to the good things. In that case, that will create your mind up. You keep your mind energy up. That's the only way you can do it. And after that one, when you dress up and leave, you have to feel like you are a salesperson. Your dress code. Your dress code is important. Your dress code supposed to show you are a real realtor. And when you, for example, dress code is give you some guts inside. For example, you are going to the birthday party. When you go to the birthday party, if you drop the coffee, maybe olden days. Nowadays, people doesn't care anyway. And for example, 10 years ago, if you drop the coffee with the white shirt, you're impressed. You don't go. Maybe even though you're late, you run around and change your dress. Dress code is important. If you feel you are dressed up nice, you walk in straight without thinking anything. In case you have your pants loose or shirt loose or blazer doesn't fit or anything, you think about that one rather than anything else. Guys, dress code is very important when you dress up and go. And as a realtor, even you had to be ready for your dress code. You had to watch your dress. You had to watch your dress code. And anything be on time. Pandemic is finished. I have 650 agents. In the mornings, I can see only 1 or 2 people sitting there in the office. I'm not telling you have to come to the office, but what I am saying, make your discipline. Money you make for you, not for anybody else. If you make extra money, give it to charity, guys. So many people need charity. I'm not showing off and telling you I'm paying $1,000 a month for Sri Lanka, one of the school from my son-in-law's dad, for the food in the mornings. If you think you make money, just give it charity to other people's. But don't sit home without making money. Real estate is a system. Daily schedule is important. Make money. The worst call I can receive, some senior peoples call me. It happened this week. About assignment. Yes, sir, about assignment. How many times I did the assignment? I don't want to do the assignment anymore because I don't want the people who come on a daily basis feel like, Salmana, why keeping the same topic again? She started with me, I believe, somewhere in 2007-8, and talking about assignment. I said, how many times I did the assignment? Why you are waiting until something comes to your hand? Why don't you learn? Guys, whatever you're learning, is our team is a really good team. Rafael Selokman always come, landlord tenants. Anything you have, anything you need, you can ask. Whatever I don't know, I can ask him. He's there in the meeting today. There are so many home inspectors there, mortgage brokers is there. Kanna is a mortgage broker. You guys know that one. He works CBC and a lot of things, and he is running his own office. Any questions you have, bring your questions. I can bring somebody and do. Before I go to the question answers, guys, I want to have an announcement. We have a Christmas party. We're going to send the message. Kanan going to send the message for you guys. Our Christmas party going to be this time Saturday, December the 17th. Usually we have it on Sunday because we don't get the hall. We book it advance this time. We are getting the 17th, Saturday 17th. We are paying extra money to keep Saturday than Sunday. 17th Saturday at the Brighton's party hall at McNichol and Midland. We will have the meeting. We will have the office meeting second week of November. This time we are putting getting some of the companies to book in advance for the awards and everything. We will have a meeting and we will explain to you those things. We are planning one office meeting next coming Wednesday. We will send you the message for the FinTrack as well as one of the architect. I asked him to come and explain for the applying the permit for the making the basement apartment, subdivision, building your own house, making the partitions for the lot partitions, how many time frame that's going to take, and what is the cost and those kind of things. I'm going to bring him in. His name is Mayu. He's one of the architects. He is an architect, and it's so many people working under him. And I'm planning to bring him next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I'm going to have an office meeting at 6:30 for the FinTrack. We had to have the FinTrack every year. Then we're going to have the FinTrack, start with the FinTrack, and around 7 o'clock, 7:15, he can come and give you guys until 8 o'clock office meeting. And I can give you some inputs from now on onwards for the Christmas party and award night. This time our Christmas party, we're going to start early as 4 o'clock, because the silver award and bronze award, those kind of award peoples feel like they don't get enough time to get the pictures and everything, and we push it their awards in the later night. Then we're going to do some changes. We will inform you guys. We'll inform you, and every office meetings we will inform you, and we'll have the final meeting somewhere mid-November. Okay, I'm going to move on the questions. After the questions, we could start about the CBC market, CBC market mortgage fraud and other things. Okay, the things I'm going to do, I have the questions here right now. I have a few questions. I'm going to answer the questions for you guys. The first question I get, Selvana, I'm new to this industry and I'm meeting the buyers clients right these days. The most of the buyers clients are newcomers to Canada. I'm targeting the buyers clients, newcomers to Canada, from one of the immigration lawyer. And can you give me some basic government benefits, and what are the new benefits for the new immigrants who came to Canada? Welcome to Canada package or anything else. I'm not talking about the welcome to Canada package. The agent who sent me, he said he doesn't want to bring the name out. I'm not going for the welcome to Canada package for the newcomers. Welcome to Canada package for the HST and GST and the child tax benefit for the newcomers who come to Canada to apply, and how to apply, and declaring the world income and those kind of things. That's separately a tax question. I'm going to go through, or based on the real estate side question, real estate side benefits, real estate Canada, the government of Canada is the 3 different level of governments. After the agents commission, guys, in 10 minutes time, I'll go through the CBC message and prospecting methods. Now I am whoever going to join right now. Now we are talking about the question answers from last week. Last week I was able to do the meeting. Then last 2 weeks question answers I'm going to go through. After that one, we'll go through the regular schedule. All right. The first time buyers benefit side, we have 3 different level of government in Canada: federal, provincial, and municipalities. All 3 level really want the home ownership. Every government officials want not the rental. Even Canada stopped building the rental properties since 91. After stop building the properties from 91, now they restarting back again. Government giving some benefit, but they want the home ownership. Then government encouraging the home ownership for the Canadians. Everybody have their own home. At the same time, government indirectly discouraging the investment under the real estate investment. Real estate agent, we all want to have 2-3 houses. Some people think it's a prestige. Some people think it's a investment for the future and families and everything. But the government policies, everyone live in your own house. Okay, I'll come back to the point again. What are the benefits the newcomers to Canada or else first-time buyers going to get? 3 different level. I go through the first government of Canada. First thing is first level. Government of Canada is giving the RRSP, Registered Retirement Saving Plan. That doesn't fit for the newcomers to Canada last year, but the first-time buyers benefit that's coming at the first-time buyers benefit. RRSP, one of the benefit. RRSP in government, Canadian government started the RRSP under the home buyers plan from many years ago. I believe government started the RRSP, individual RRSP is 1957. Later on, around 80s, they started for the home buyers plan. not 80s. I think it's in the late 80s, early 90s, they started the RRSP as a home buyers plan. We can withdraw the money and use it. Beginning of the time they give 20,000. Now it's 35,000. What is RRSP means? Tax deferral program. If you buy the RRSP, you don't have to pay the tax for that portion. That portion is 18% of your income. 18% of your income. Whatever the income you make, 18% of your income. Or else the ceiling is, I believe the ceiling, I didn't check this morning. I think the ceiling is $28,000 a year. 18% of the income you can contribute to RRSP, the registered retirement saving plan. Save the money without the tax. And for your retirement after certain age, you can, after 65 or after 71, as a RIF, you can take it. But they are giving the exception. You can take 35,000 RRSP for the first time buyers plan. I don't want to spend too much time, guys. I know the topic today, but still I am informing you. RRSP, first time buyer can get the RRSP 35,000, or else there's a definition. Who is a first time buyer? Either you buying the first home in Canada, that's a first time buyer, or else you don't have a house and you sold a property and you renting it out, that you buying back, that after 36 years, the fourth year you don't have a house, you can borrow the money from the RRSP plan, and you can contribute. That's one of the federal benefit. Second federal benefit is a $5,000 credit. It's a credit, not a grant. If you buy the property, I'm happy today, even though we have some technical issues and everything, we have over 100 participants in this group today. Thank you very much, guys. Sorry, the right time to ask apology. I didn't do the last week. I skipped that one. I really want to do every week. Sometime, unfortunately, there are a few things come up. I'm glad we already have over 100 participants for today's meeting. Okay. After the questions, I'll go through CBC market updates and market and other the prospecting methods. Okay. The federal benefit. I am the federal benefit right now. First, I covered RRSP, 35,000 RRSP. You can withdraw without any tax implication. You can withdraw. And the first time buyer RRSP plan. Second thing, federal government grant. It's not a grant. Federal government credit, the $5,000 credit equal to $7,500 as a refund. The refund and credit and the grant is different. Grant, you get whether you work or you don't work, you contribute the tax or you don't contribute the tax. You are the native Indians or the regular people paying the money, everybody get. That's grant, like HST and the trillium benefit, those kind of things are grant. Sales tax, PST, not the trillium benefit completely, the 50% of the trillium benefit as a provincial sales tax, and the federal government GST and the carbon tax. Those are the grant. You get it from the base on the income. But $5,000 credit and $750 is a refund. If you contribute the federal tax, you get back the tax refund. That's the one from the federal. And the HS rebate for the new peoples, new builders. If anything happened since 2010 July, any new property you buy, you have to pay for the HST, including residential. Resale residential, thanks God, we don't have an HST issue. Otherwise, the price already up. We had to pay another 13%. Until now, we don't have that residential resale under the HST category, except Airbnb properties or some other special property category properties may have a HST issues. Other than that, not. But the new home properties who you buy, there is a government HST rebate is there. The HST rebate up less than 350,000 condo, the 350 to 450,000 price range, you get both rebate, PSC rebate and GST rebate. After $450,000, federal government feel like all over Canada, that's an expensive properties because they can see Newfoundland or they can see Alberta, certain places. They can feel like that's an expensive one. And Ontario PST guys, they are very fair. $24,000 they are giving out as a rebate. That's coming under the GST and PST coming under the rebate side. If we are owner occupying, and not going further details because that's a bigger topic. We can do it as a one different session. Any questions, come and ask me. Other than that one, government benefits under the federal and provincial government together, the benefits as an HST rebate. And government introduced 2017 5% match program. That's been federal government. If you go with 5%, federal government give 5% through CMSCH, make it as a 10%, make it as a 10% to buy, make it as a 10% to buy houses. That's been federal government money. They are supporting you for 5% without any interest. And when you sell, you have to pay back the 5% to the federal government. That doesn't affect for the second mortgages or anything else, but their name is going to be there in the property. And if you're buying the brand new property, when you are putting 5%, government put another 10%. For the brand new property, the ceiling is 500,000 property ceiling. These are the benefits for the federal benefits. And the next one is a provincial benefit. Provincial benefit, land transfer tax. Land is owned by the provincial land. Province owned by the lands. The provincial land transfer tax. Up to $4,000 provincial land transfer tax is a rebate for the first-time buyers. That's been if anybody buy 368,000 worth of properties, they don't need to pay for the land transfer tax to the government. That's one of the benefit for the benefit for the smaller first-time buyers buying the smaller things. I know everything is expensive these days, but at least $4,000 benefit. $4,000 benefit. They're getting it as a instant grant, instant deduction for the land transfer tax, $4,000 for the first time buyers. And HST rebate, again, HST part of PST, that's also under the provincial side, 24,000 provincial rebate. That's the province of Ontario giving out. Under the municipal side, not much, but not all the municipalities are giving the land transfer tax, charging the land transfer tax. Toronto is one of the municipality. They feel like if somebody want to live in Toronto, there's a prestige issue. In that case, they start. That's what the former mayor said. I believe Miller. He said if you want to live in the Toronto, you have to pay extra land transfer tax. Live there. There's a prestige. Anyway, Toronto municipality also matching with the federal government and giving the benefits. For $4,000. These are the benefits, guys. These are the benefits for the first-time buyers, benefits for the government. And the next question, Silvana, my client bought the condo, the pre-construction condo. I was a salesperson, and occupancy closing is completed. After occupancy closing, the builder doesn't want to rent the property until the final closing. Can you explain to me what are the reasons behind for builder doesn't want to allow for the occupancy closing, after occupancy closing, to rent out the properties? Yes, this is not a new question to me. This question came this morning, guys. I didn't get the time to prepare it further, but I'm going through based on my knowledge. Okay, occupancy closing means from the builder side, yes, you are occupying 92% completion of the property. Not 100%. Sometimes elevator doesn't work, but if it's a 5-story building, elevator doesn't work, you can walk in. 92%, after 92% completion, if the condominium is registered under the Condo Act, before registering under the Condo Act, and the city approval for 92% completion, the means is the low-rise building, the elevator doesn't count. And the high-rise building only elevator is part of the mandatory part. But if the kitchen is there, washroom flash, kitchen work, washroom flash. Yes, they can give you the occupancy closing. But the builder doesn't allow you for this situation that the agent is asking me. Can be two valid reasons. One reason, when you buy the condo, if you say you're going to occupy yourself, that means you are getting the price, HSC rebate. Builder is getting the HSC rebate. You are putting the application saying that I am going to leave that particular condo. In that case, if you are disclosing you're going to leave the condo, builder is apply the HSC rebate, and builder going to get the HSC rebate after the closing after 2 months. That means builder is investing his own money on behalf of you for the HSC rebate category. In that case, if the time you buy, you say I'm buying for the investment, there's no reason builder going to block. If you say you're going to live there, builder might say you cannot rent out officially for this unit. You cannot list because your application saying you are going to live there. That can be one reason only. Other reason, experienced reason, builder saying, okay, you can, even though investment category property sometimes is possible, guys. I don't want to confuse you, but it's only information side. But you are renting out to someone, for example, after occupancy closing, the time of the closing, you don't close the property. Maybe you get the person who bought it. I'm sorry to say you, the person who bought the condo cannot be able to close the transaction. Can be a reason for the job layoff, sickness, mortgage interest rates went up higher. Your income is not enough to support the payment. We are seeing those things right now because of the after mortgage interest rate go. Are you already rent it out? Then you renting out with the tenants are in the property with you as a landlord-tenant relationship, but you are not the owner. You have only the occupancy rights, but you are renting out the condo to somebody else or to live there. And if you can't able to close it for the final closing date, somebody living there, there's a problem for the builder. Can be these reasons. Maybe there's going to be more other reasons, but come to my mind only after the questions. Come to my mind only two reasons. One, HSC rebate. How do you buy this property? Second thing, landlord-tenant issue. I know the Tridal. When the Tridal building, not even now, even 10 years ago, after occupancy closing, you cannot rent with your own MLS. You had to give it to the Tridal management. If you want to rent out, they're going to rent it out at 1 year, at minimum 1 year until closing the transaction. After 1 year only, they will allow you to rent out based on your own property management or your own way. Okay, guys, we'll come back to now for the any questions. I'm free to answer the questions, guys. Come out and ask me the question if anybody have questions.
There are a few questions in the chat box. I'm going to read them out to you.
Can you read, please?
Yeah, definitely. You may have already answered them, but are there any, if you're buying a residential property under a corporation?
Can you repeat again? Sorry. Can you repeat the question, please?
Are there any HST? Yeah. Are there any HST implications if you're buying a residential property under a corporation name?
Yes. Whenever you buy the new properties, you have to pay for the HST, whether you buy your personal name or the corporate name. But the corporate name, you cannot get the HST rebate. You cannot get the HST rebate as a person. You are going to occupy the property. Your HST rebate only can apply for the investment side. Then the price deduction is not going to be there. Price deduction is not going to be there. The time you buy the properties. The time you buy the property, okay, there are two ways. For example, guys, I go with my own little math. For example, the 500,000 condo, you are buying it. 500,000 condo is the base value. $65,000. The $65,000 HST. When it's come to $65,000 HST minus 24,000 provincial sales tax, the builder may list it for you 541. The contract is going to be 541. If you go and buy it for buying and you are telling them, I am going to live here alone. I am going to move in. I am going to live there. But if we are buying the property under the corporate name, corporation cannot live there. Corporation is a separate entity. If you're buying under the corporate name, you're going to rent it out or any other reason. If you buy the corporate name and you can even say, I'm going to live there, but they don't consider that one CRA as a person occupying the particular property. Okay. In this case, the base value is 500,000, 65,000 HST. That's the only one I can calculate in my head. 65,000 HST, 565. The less 25,000, 541,000. You buy as for yourself. You're going to owner occupying reason. If you're going into the corporation, you have to pay for the full price 565. After that one, you have to rent it out, and you have to apply for the rental rebate. When it's come to the rental rebate, corporate rental rebate, we can discuss in a different session. Hope you understand my answer.
Perfect. Siva, thank you for that question. Hopefully that answers it. Amipa has another question for you. What are the requirements for a new resident, I'm assuming first-time home buyer that's new to Canada, to buy a property if they want to buy it fully cash?
Amiba, this is a good question. Fully cash. Anything you go and buy fully cash, everybody love it. There's no hassle. Lawyers like it. Lawyers like it. No mortgage delays and everything. You can go and buy. But there is no discount. There is no discount from the government. You buy cash. No reason government want to give any discount or anything. But as a newcomer to Canada, there are some benefits bank issue. Because they want to get the newcomer to Canada to start the program, then they give some exception for the mortgage purpose, credit exceptions, income exception with the 35% down payment, income expansion, and those kind of things. But if we are buying for cash, Amiba, as for my knowledge, if you know anything else, better that we can share it. But as for my knowledge, there's no difference. I bought many properties I bought for cash myself, without any mortgages. There is no other discount. If you have any other extra meaning of your question, please come out and ask me.
Salvan, so the question is, they are here only 1 month now, but they have a cash in US dollars. So does it have to be showed because they brought it from back home? They have a businesses and everything, and the client is from Afghanistan, and they have money to buy fully paid. So he's telling me to find something within next 3 months, but I need to know, do they have to show the cash like in the bank for a certain amount of time? Does it have to be there? Or any other requirements?
Amiba, this is one of the happy news you have. Opened yourself a champagne today. Somebody want to buy a cash deal. They cannot buy it for American dollars because everything is happening is the Canadian dollars. Then they had to convert to Canadian dollars. That takes only a few hours to do. If now Canadian dollars is lower, the value is as far whatever I checked yesterday is 72 cents ratio versus American dollars is the best time. They can convert into American dollars to Canadian dollars. They get a better money. That's nothing new. The first time buyers benefit. That's the currency values are much better right now. They don't need to keep the money any period of time. There's a period of time we talk about the banks want to know your own down payment or borrow down payment. That means, Amima's question is a very good question, guys. She asked me, do I need the clients need to keep the money in any amount of the period of time for the bank to keep the money? That one has come from the CMSCH regulations. Kanda might explain more that one. If somebody want to go with the own down payment, they had to have 90 days or 60 days. The down payment qualification for CMSCH 90 days or 60 days.
90 days, 3 months.
90 days. If somebody have 90 days money, 90 days down payment in the bank, that's they are buying with the own down payment. The own down payment and the borrowing down payment is a different for the mortgage insurance ratio. If somebody borrow the money, there's a different CMSCH premium than if somebody keep the money in the bank for 90 days. Those are the things, Amiba, for the mortgage purpose only. But if your client's going to buy for the cash, as long as borrow money or the own money or the gifted money or whatever comes, they need to get bank draft to give it to the lawyers. If they have 5 different bank draft for 500,000, sometimes the title insurance might ask why the cash from different places and this and that. Minor questions might come. As long as they give the money the day of the closing, the days of closing to the buyer's lawyer, you are clean to go.
Okay, thank you, Salvan.
As I said, it's a good news today. Congratulations. You have a deal without mortgage. That's an interesting news. Any questions come down in the chat box?
No, I think we addressed all the questions, but Mohan wants to speak and also Delano wants to speak.
Oh, yes.
So go ahead, Mohan.
Yes, Mohan. Go ahead, Mohan.
Salvan, is there any, particularly last question, does any income tax problem will be there bringing the money into the Canada? A lot of money?
Not really. But the government of Canada is very fair. If somebody come to Canada new only 1 month ago, that they understand they made the money in the Dubai or I pick Dubai because we come home with more money. Only mostly says Dubai or US or any country. They didn't make the money in Canada. You had to pay for the Canadian income tax. Canadian income tax after you come to Canada, whatever the money you make in Canadian soil. After the residency status, even though you make money after residency status, even though you leave Canada and go there and make the money, you may have any tie with Canadian authorities and Canadian side. Residency status, That's a huge big topic. I need 2 hours to explain for that one. In that case, government of Canada might ask you to pay the taxes. If somebody come new, you can, as for my knowledge only, guys, it's not 100% in my knowledge. You can bring any amount of jewelries, any amount of money. Those are tax free. When you come new, even you bringing 1,000 sovereign worth of jewelries, no taxes. That's what I know. Some jewelry source guys, they're waiting for the people who come from different countries. They ask to bring some sovereigns and jewelries here because it's free. Only declaration you bring into the country. Canada like it. You bring jewelries, Canada. You bring cash in Canada. There's no tax. Tax is very fair. What are the money you make, earn income after you come to the Canadian soil? That's the only one you're going to pay the taxes. Okay, Mano?
Got it. Thank you.
Delano, go ahead.
Good morning, sir. Just a quick question pertaining.
Just to add on to what Selvana said there. Sorry, Delano, 1 second. Just to add on to what Selvana said there, the only restrictions that you may come across when bringing funds to Canada is for FinTrack policy purposes. Depending on which nation, which country you're bringing the funds from, there will be questions added to that. But as Uncle said, only if you make money here, you pay taxes. But I think you would want to look into the restrictions of the host nation, which the funds are going to be transferred into Canada for. Go ahead, Delano.
I didn't know until now. The people, new migrants, they come, they need a FinTrack too?
Depends on how much money they're bringing. If the funds are being transferred from, correct. If the funds are being transferred from a country or an account where FinTrack, Canadian FinTrack policies has flagged, then there will be heavy investigations into that.
Are we going to have FinTrack meeting next Wednesday?
Yes, this month we'll have a FinTrack meeting for sure. Possibly next Wednesday. Okay. Good point.
I let Dilano speak. Sorry, Dilano. Sorry for the interruption. Go ahead.
That's okay. Just a quick question regarding the last question from Amoeba. So soon as they come into the country, are they eligible to purchase a property, or do they have to wait for some particular immigration status to make sure that they don't have to pay the foreign buyer's tax? Is there a status?
It's a very good question, Dilano. Very good question. Because your question is based on residency status. Residency status come after 2 years. But at the same time, if new immigrants come as either minister's permit or the residency from the government, other than the refugee status or work permit students. If the refugee status, work permit students, they don't have any residency status. That doesn't apply for the people who come with the residency status. As a minister's permit, people who come and you are getting somebody sponsor you, get the immigration and you coming there, then you will get the federal and the provincial IDs right away. In that case, we don't need to wait 2 years.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Any other question, guys? If no questions, I want to go through the recent issue for the CBC's marketplace report. CBC's marketplace report maybe came out different field and different reasons, but at the same time, this time was targeted some issues. And rather than my opinion, I want to talk about first Oriya or Kriya. Oriya. 1 second, Oriya or trap. I'll go through slowly, guys, a little bit. I have 3 different things. Okay, the Toronto Real Estate Board, they started with, you guys all received this email, October 14, 3:09 p.m. October 14, 3:09 p.m. from the Toronto Real Estate Board. They right away, on behalf of the members of the Toronto Real Estate Board, TRAP, we condemning the behavior of highlighted the CBC Marketplace investigation report of the mortgage fraud. Immediately they are giving the objection for this report. TRAP is really good job they did. And Oriya, we didn't say exactly the same, but Oriya email came October 14th after 1 hour from TRAP, 4:07 p.m. Oriya sent the email. Oriya asking the CBC more details and stuff, guys. As well as Oriya is recommending for RICO to take the disciplinary action for the. I am talking about Oriya first. Oriya is Ontario provincial side. Or talking Oriya advising RICO to go for the, it's a good one actually, they're saying for the disciplinary for the agents, they had to ask for the CBC and find that 5 real estate. You guys know, hopefully I started to talk about this one. Everybody watch this video. This was circulated for the many places. That's the reason I didn't send about this one, because we don't want to promote that video. Intentionally, I didn't post this video for our group. We don't want to forward those groups videos. That's a negative effect for us. Plus, Oriya side, Oriya saying Rico just go for the investigation, and the realtors, only 5 realtors did this one based on their side. Only doesn't want to bring it down for the 60,000 realtors in Oriya members. 60,000 realtors in Oriya members, close to only 5 people did. Is percentage wise is a 0.01% or less. That one, in that case, they don't want. They are informing the the Rico to go for certain action, and they are telling the either Oriya or Trap. I had to see this one for the broker records. They talk about the broker records and informing their duties. Either Oriya or Trap, either one of these. They are telling the Rico to go for the fitness for the broker of record. They're using the word here for the fitness for the broker of records. Fitness for the broker of records before they getting the as a broker of record license, broker of record status, verifying the fitness side, and they are telling the broker of record inform the sales people to do your due diligence and stay away from those kind of things. It's a common side, and they are informed. Oriya is informing Rico, saying Rico, do your restrictions. Easy to get the license, hard to lose the license. We understand hard to lose a license, because I know whatever happened, even some of the members even had some violations, criminal violations is already listed in the RICO website. Then they become as a broker records, because Ontario government cannot keep any violations more than 2 years, either drink and drive or RICO violations. There are some leniency there. Oriya indirectly telling the RICO go strict for the licensing requirement, and the Toronto Real Estate Board is very fair, and they condemn the CBC Marketplace the investigation, and at the same time they are also advising RICO. They are always advising RICO, and RICO's changing the Real Estate and Business Brokers Act, soon to be the trust in real estate. We talk about that one. They are changing their trust in real estate. They have started this one. They are not implementing this one. Real Estate and Business Brokers Act is changing to trust in real estate. And TRAP is recommending RICO to the trust in real estate to have some restrictions. For example, you can see what is the restriction they're going to do. Maybe Ontario government have a policy, any violations only valid for 2 years. After 2 years, they cannot go back and say you are violated for the violated this and this act. In that case, we are not going to give the license. They can't do that one. Even though they violated the Real Estate Act, but still they are giving the exception after 2 years. Just you go ahead, and maybe they may change those laws under the Trust in Real Estate Act. Plus, until now, RICO asking the criminal report, not a violation, criminal report. If somebody have a more criminal issues, they are going for the fingerprint and RCMP different level. But never ask the credit. Never ask the credit. If they ask the credit, like kind of mortgage industry, they ask the credit report to become a mortgage broker.
They do ask for credit report, correct?
Mortgage, yeah. Yes.
For credit report, not criminal or anything like that, but credit report they ask for. Okay, and then you also sign a disclosure with FISRA, stating a declaration with FISRA that you haven't been charged for fraud over or fraud under, and etc. like that.
Right. Even though banks, if you want to get the job in the bank, they ask in the credit report. Mm-hmm. If the credit is not good, you can't get the job in the bank. You know what I mean? But at the same time, real estate become a broker record. Are they asking? I'm talking about not only telling about the real estate salesperson. Other level, broker records, are they asking for the credit report? No, because we are lenient. RICO is very lenient, but they are asking to do some changes to restrict for the real estate licensing. Okay, plus the problem we have, I'm going to come to the real problem we have. market report, not for all the agent affected, mostly HomeLife is affected, because what they did in Brampton, HomeLife Miracle. I talked to our president and CEO. What the answer he said, for example, if sorry guys, I talked about the community. I'm sorry, different community people are this group. If one Sri Lankan person is having a problem, they can condemn the country. All Sri Lankan people are bad. One Sri Lankan people drink and drive. You can say all the Sri Lankan people drink and drive. Something like that. We have 6,900 agents is in HomeLife members. They targeted only 5 agents from the HomeLife Miracle. HomeLife Miracle, they targeted 5 agents, and three agents' voicemail was there. Voicemail, not voicemail. Voice recorded voice. But they said it's a mortgage fraud, but they don't talk about the mortgage industry because of only one word. There's a Scotia Bank. They are scared to go for the Canadian banks. They are scared to go for the Canadian banks. They have the legal department. They don't mind to spend millions and sue the CBC Marketplace reporters. That's the reason they are going for only one brokerage. HomeLife Miracle, guys. HomeLife Miracle is one of the top office. They are having over 3,000 agents, and used to be 8 branches, now 6 branches. They are managing the 40% of the HomeLife full. Their capacity only 40 to 48% of the all the HomeLife members work there, because they are one of the discounting brokerage, HomeLife Miracle. Only they find few peoples. In that case, what they did, they put the HomeLife logo a few times. HomeLife logo. One of the salesperson in our office, after I sent the message yesterday, he called me personally. Silvana, I don't want to come to the meeting. He always come and talk to the meeting. I don't want to come to the meeting and ask these questions, because I don't know how you going to take this one if I say HomeLife logo is there and everything. That's simple. This is very decent and thank you very much for that particular agent. I don't want to bring the name here. And he asked me the question because the client sent him the email saying that one day was thinking HomeLife is ours is only. In this area, we have lots of agents too. Then hopefully it's not your company, and hopefully it's not you. That's kind of message. That was impressing. I understand his feelings. And what we can do, guys, our hands are tied. Nothing we can do. This is like a country. They're condemning the India. When somebody posted about India, Diwali, and other agents said, please remove this one. This is not a good message. Please remove this message immediately from our WhatsApp group. I like that. I like the person who put that message, because we can't condemn all India. India is different level right now. Different level in the, especially after the Ukraine war, India's standard is different level. But we can condemn both where the garbages are in the beaches and this and that. Same thing, guys. Here, our HomeLife, yes, they flash the HomeLife logo only. That doesn't mean all HomeLife. All HomeLife. We can say how many Remax agents are doing, how many things they can go and see Marketplace for the RICA website. RICA website, how many, I don't want to say that, or one other franchise name here, guys, sorry. One of the other company, other franchises having issue and declaring the bankruptcy, broker like go take the money and ran away. So many things we see it in the other franchises. But this one, unfortunate, guys, nothing we can do. If somebody asks you, a client asks you, you can say 6,900 members are in HomeLife. Maybe some new members who started and they did something, they want to make some easy money and they did something wrong. We cannot take the responsibility for all the HomeLife brand or HomeLife Future or any HomeLife. We cannot take it, because we are the hardworking members. Look at yourself. Are you participating in any fraud? No. The same thing, like tell the clients we are not responsible for this one, is they target it. Second thing, guys, this is one between the brokerage. HomeLife immediately arrange the brokers meeting. Is going to be on the November the 2nd. Is going to be there November 2nd brokers meeting. Especially for this reason, they are arranging the brokers meeting, and this is the major topic. But another reason we could say in the Brampton area, HomeLife Miracle is capturing the full market almost, because 3,000 agents only working for not only that Brampton area office alone, but major share they are doing it. The HomeLife Miracle and HomeLife, what do you call other company? Mostly HomeLife is capturing the Brampton market. This might be the reason somebody set it up for the HomeLife against the HomeLife broker record AJ Shah. He came to the Zoom and you saw his face and everything. There are something behind, but at the same time they put mortgage fraud. That's not a mortgage fraud. They are finding the real estate agents. They want to downgrade the real estate agent. That's what we could say. If your clients ask, tell them, HomeLife have over 600 agents, only 5 people did in the Brampton market. That's nothing to do with us. That's nothing to do with us. Never have any problem with our office. Okay, maybe this done. I had to inform you guys whatever the cases we went through. Sometime we have few cases. Salesperson, you are doing only sales job. You are not participating in the mortgage. If you want to introduce a mortgage broker, if you want to introduce a mortgage broker, you have to recommend 3 mortgage brokers. They have to go themselves. If you specifically say one mortgage broker and you are dealing with them, one of the case I could say 2 years ago. 2 years ago, the one new buyer from our office, I handled the case. That's the reason I'm saying that one. He put the deposit, and the mortgage broker, our real estate agent, was handling the mortgage. And until last day of the closing, he's saying, "Don't worry, I talked to the TD Bank mortgage broker, and your mortgage is going to be closed. Not to worry." These are the messages, ongoing messages from the mortgage broker, real estate agent cell phone to the clients, and deal doesn't close. The deposit, the buyer sue for the deposit to the courts and the RICO. And the RICO doesn't get involved the deposit, but they complain to RICO. And he went to the courts. And who is liable? We didn't go to the case until the end. We negotiated and finished the case, but the real estate agent paid for the deposit from his own pocket because he enrolled the mortgage. If we are introduced the mortgage broker, I know you guys. I became as a regular agent to come. I know our transaction. We don't close it. We don't make money. And in order to close the transaction, some agents are trying to help with certain things, but very careful, very careful for those ones, that we can lose the license, or else the full penalty in case the deal doesn't close, full penalty can go to your head. And so based on this one, many cases, I would say many cases in our office, salesperson gave the deposit. They don't have the deposit, and salesperson gave the deposit. Many cases, I could say, more than 10 cases, I would say, within last 10 years, at least 10 cases to went to RICO. What's the answer for RICO? Either RICO or the small claim courts, regular courts. What's the answer? If the buyer doesn't have the money to give the deposit, how can they going to close the transaction and paying the mortgages? You did this money, you invest this money as an investment because to get your commission. Your commission is $30,000, $40,000. You gave $10,000 extra money for the deposit. That's the way the Canada courts as well as the RICO blame for the deposit go through the real estate agent side. Especially last 1 year, the bank draft showing the name of the person who get the draft. That's mostly I go to Royal Bank, guys. I'm not really sure all the banks or not, but I deal with Royal Bank.
All the banks.
All the banks, okay. Showing who is the one get the draft. Even one of the deal, guys, interesting, 3 months ago in our office, he wanted to close the transaction. We get the firm deal. And the deal doesn't close. And maybe he want to show to the mortgage for other properties or whatever the reason. I don't know the reason. I am not publicly. I am not saying our agent participated this fraud or whatever the reason. But at the same time, when I see this particular deal in our office doesn't close the transaction, only $3,000 deposit, the draft came from the listing agent's name. I told him immediately cancel the deal out. Otherwise, I had to officially had to inform RICO, because as a broker record, they canceled the deal out. But I'm trying to say, guys, look at what's going on outside the world. Strict real estate business. Forget about your background, forget about your education, forget about your degrees, forget about your language skill, forget everything. It's $1 million business we have in our hand. The clean money is out there. Please be careful. Don't get in trouble. Kana, you want to say any words?
Yes, definitely. I want to add on. Again, we're all real estate agents for a reason, and many people join this industry knowing that how financially successful you can become. Not only that, with all the good deeds that you could do for the community as well. Everyone knows there's heavy scrutiny within our industry right now. You turn on the news, you know that property values are going down. You know that interest rates are going up. this industry, the real estate industry, is under heavy scrutiny from every ligament of the government as well, right? This a specific community was targeted, a specific brand was targeted. There wasn't many other names of other real estate brokerages wasn't named there, especially brand wise as well. But aside from that, I think it's quite a common sense issue as well of how you have to protect yourself. At HomeLife Future, especially with what Selva promotes and teaches everyone, we never endorse this type of activity at all. There's specific ways that you go about with business, and there's specific ways that you handle it. So work smartly while you work hard. The other thing is, Selva also spoke about how Treb and Rico, they're getting pretty serious with the type of fines that they're giving out, with the specific allegations that we're getting right now. As a real estate agent, recommend quite a few mortgage brokers, recommend quite a few lawyers. Make sure you cover yourself and you govern yourself. Selva spoke about some situations where real estate agents haven't done that. Recently, within the last 2 weeks, I wrote up a RICO and Treb case for an agent where the client was blaming our agent for, they couldn't get the mortgage, they lost their deposit, and they want to sue and they want to complain to RICO. And when we wrote up that claim, that statement of facts back to RICO, RICO responded saying that we don't see any issue with the real estate agent at all. Why? Because all the conditions have been crossed out and initialed through DocuSign. At the same time, the agent also used Form 127, which is the acknowledgement of conditions form, to govern himself as well. So make sure that we always advocate on education. Make sure that we do the right job to govern yourself and protect yourself in situations. We all know appraisals are coming lower. We're in a tricky situation with how the market is going. There's ways we deal with it. Along with this, I have to say, I also want to bring up another issue that I heard about a few months ago. Fremont condos. I don't know if anyone's dealt with that developer or know the ongoing issues, but they're coming down and they're going back to some of the investors that bought with them 2 years ago, and they're canceling their APSs and keeping their $60,000 or $90,000 deposit. And the basis that they're canceling is because the clients provided inaccurate or unverifiable mortgage documents for pre-approval purposes. So since we have over 100 individuals on this call, I just wanted to let you know that recently I found out that there was a lawyer that was helping out or about to do a class action lawsuit against the developers. In case you have any agents, clients that have, there is a law. Feel free. Let me just read out to you something that the law that's going protecting all clients that bought from developers and that was the builders. And I'm going to read this out to you. It says here, it's clear that there is a scheme orchestrated by the builders to attempt to terminate and reap the benefits of A, the deposits, and B, the increased fair market value of the units. Our position, which is the law firm, is that the termination conditions have long passed, and there's no further option available to the builder to terminate these transactions, especially even if your financing conditions or pre-approval letters were legitimate or not. So they're stating that the builders are acting in bad faith. So we've heard of this issue quite a long time. How the builders have been canceling on deals. Why? Because they can't afford to actually go forward with it. So if you have any clients that by the pre-month situation, bring it up to us, because this will be a great discussion for us to have here as well.
And some reason the internet may be slow, or some reason your voice not coming clearly.
Okay, where should I start again?
No, it's okay, Hannah. We can do this again.
Yeah, you go ahead then. Okay.
It's cutting off many times.
I have a question, Silvana, before we move on. Like, let's say if a client has the money in Tangerine or something, and then we are doing the deal on Saturday, and they say, Gulzar, I don't have, we firmed up the, not firmed up the, but we signed the purchase and sale agreement, and they told me, oh, we cannot do a Sunday transaction because my bank is closed for whatever reason or whatever, right? But then the 24 hours ends on that day, but only TD is open, and I have an account in TD. And if I kind of help them out because I personally know them or whatever, would that be a problem? Would that be considered a problem?
Yes. Let's go under the reason why you gave the money, but you gave the money for the deposit. That's not a good thing to do.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys, before I start, just 30-second again. We're going to have an office meeting on the Wednesday. The architect going to be there. That's not a Zoom. I don't want to have a Zoom. I want you to come inside the room. It's going to be one architect going to come there and we talk about the business subdivision plans, legalizing the basement, a few other things, and we're going to have some FinTrack. If we can do it, we will inform you guys. Tentatively, I'm saying this Wednesday evening at 6:30, we're going to have a meeting. And one more thing, our Christmas event is going to be Saturday, December 17th. We may start early as 4 o'clock. We will inform you more clearly. And I'm going to start with my prospecting side. We have only half an hour time to discuss this one. Okay, the prospecting methods. Prospecting is mostly important for the real estate industry. How do you prospect more and more? You get your success behind how much time you are prospecting. If you're prospecting more and more, you can able to see more clients yourself, either listing or buying, doesn't matter. If you see more clients, if you prospect more, you get more clients. What will happen? You have more chances to find the people who are going to buy the property faster. Before you start prospecting, I'm going to give you 5 to 7 prospecting method. But before that one, what we need to understand in common. I'm going to talk about the prospecting buyer side as well as the seller side, buyer side as well as the listing side. That's what I'm going to I'm going to do this one both sides. What we have to understand, the targeting properties. What kind of properties you're going to target for the clients? Then before you targeting the properties, the age group of the people you are prospecting. Age group is very important. What are the age group of the people you are prospecting? Because their lifestyle is different, thinking style is different. Especially thinking style is more important for the age group of the people. Thinking style is different. Their communication style is different. Their needs are different. In that case, you have to know who you are prospecting, and either it can be the seller side or buyer side. I tell you why seller side. Where sellers going to live? What kind of age group people are going to live in the different properties? We're going to go through that one before the property method. Okay. Age group of the people are very important, guys. Either social media marketing, or any kind of, okay, I seen the Juanita Nathan's faces here in our group. I'm going to give her a chance for, guys, please excuse me. Juanita Nathan is participating for the counseling, and she asked me for the help. I said, the reason I allow her, our office is located in Markham. She asking for the counseling for the Markham, and she came to our training center and did some the client's promotion. I'm supporting her publicly, as well as I'm giving her 3 minutes time to speak about herself and asking you support. Okay, Jonita, you can go ahead now, and you can you're welcoming to our group. Now, one point we had over 120 agents. Now we have 100 agents now. You can talk to them now.
Thank you so much, Silvan. I really appreciate you giving me this opportunity today. Hello, everyone. My name is Juanita Nathan. I live in Markham area by Markham and 14th. I've lived here for the last 22 years. And I work in York region as well. I've also been elected here as a school board trustee for the last 12 years. That's 3 terms. I work in the community sector. I worked in this sector for more than 20 years. Today, I just wanted to come and introduce myself and kind of ask for help. So the election is coming up. It's on the 24th. But in Markham, the advanced voting has already started. It started from the 14th onwards. They could vote anytime, 24 hours online. The Markham City has sent everybody a PIN number. It looks like a letter. A lot of people are thinking it's the voter card and they're keeping it at home and they wanted to go on the 24th and vote. But they haven't even opened the letters yet. So if you know people who live in Markham, and if you live in Markham, your friends, families, neighbors, clients, people you have sold houses to, just help them understand the importance of the election and please encourage them to vote. If they open up the letter, next to the PIN number, there's a website. If they go into the website, all they have to do is enter the PIN number and their date of birth, and it would let them vote right away. So in Markham, we have to vote for 4 different positions. Everybody knows that. We have to vote for the mayor. We have to vote for the regional councillor. Then we have to vote for the councillor and then the school board trustee. So 4 different layers they have to go through. Some people are not really aware of that. So they are thinking they're doing it wrong. So if you get a chance to please speak with people in Markham Ward 7 area. So you may wonder where Ward 7 is. It's McCowan to York Durham line. And then north is 407 and then Steeles Avenue. So in this pocket, and I know your agency, your office is here as well, Selvana. So any surrounding neighborhood is good game. If you, I'm sure that a lot of you have clients here, please speak with them and please ask them to vote. And that's really all I have to say today, Silvana. And also, if any of you have even 1 hour to spare today, tomorrow, or on the election day, please come out and help me. My office is at 35 Karachi Drive, unit number 35 as well. There's always somebody here. Today, we are treating today as an election day because I know Monday is Diwali and people had to work. So people may not go and vote because it's Diwali. So if you could come out today to even help me canvass one street, I would really appreciate that. Thank you so very much, Selvana, for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Good luck in advance. Wait for the good news. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, guys. Sorry, I used my own time to promote Juanita because she's our area counselor. She may help for us to do other things in our office. Office building is located in this area. All right. For the prospecting side, we had to know the client's age. Different age group people have a different mentality and a different way of communication. We had to make them. We can see the Facebook and Instagram and different things. Different age group people are watching it. Understand the age group of the people for the communication, especially phone communication, text message communication, email communications. They are different. Their sign languages are different for the age group. Understand that one. And the kind of the properties, what kind of properties, whether the listing purpose, the prospecting for the listing purpose, or the buyers. We're going to find the buyers for the different kind of properties. When I say the different kind of properties for the different age group peoples, of course, the youngsters, they look for the pre-construction condos. Pre-construction condos for the people are mid-20s. They after starting to work, they have only $5,000 to invest the money to start up the investment. They are the ones starting for the pre-construction. And late 20s or early 30s, the time they get engaged and go for the future marriage side, they are looking for the condos. When they look for the condos, they look for the condos for the basketball court and the swimming pool rather than the size of the condo because they want to spend the time outside. Once they have a baby, so mid-30s, the couple have 1 or 2 small kids. What they need? They need the townhouses. They want to move the townhouses for the safety courts for the kids to play and affordability. They want to feel like a house and they want to live. They can't buy the house. They want to live in the townhouses. That's mean the mid-30s, they want to buy the townhouses and live there. When they get 40s, they already accumulated. They sold the condo to came to the townhouse and they're selling the townhouse to go to the houses. That means they have 10 years of owning the property side. In that case, they may have some equity build-up to buy the houses. The 40 plus peoples, buying the detached houses. In the people who have a 50 plus or more, they may renting out the apartment. 40 plus doesn't want to rent out the basement. 50 plus, maybe the kids are a little bit bigger and they want to have some potential income. They want to rent out the apartments and they live with the house as well as an apartment rental income and those kind of things. After 60s, definitely they want to go for a privacy houses and the larger houses, bigger lot, larger houses and custom built house. Plus they want to have a cottages, even though luxury living. But the reason I said, before we start to prospect, age group is number one age group is important. Second things, type of the properties, as I said, the pre-constructions, condos, maintenance townhouses, freehold houses, detached houses in the Toronto bus 24 hours bus area, bigger houses, larger houses, age group, as well as the income. We have to keep that in mind. Our different clans are different income level, different clans are different setup level. We have to keep it in the mind and we have to go for the prospecting side. When we go for the prospecting method of prospecting, before the method of prospecting, I want you to understand the product and the clans income level and the age group. Keep 3 levels. What product you're going to sell? What's the income level for the peoples? What is the age group of the peoples? In that case, your prospecting method is going to be more efficient rather than the random side. Okay. For example, first circle we can go. Friends and families and your first group. Once you have a license, many agents who come and sign my office every week basis. I'm talking about one agent going to sign today at the 12:30. Monday, one new agents coming and signing around 1 o'clock. We have every week I'm meeting the new agents come. I always ask them, what make you to come to the real estate industry? Always say, I was helping my friend. I already helped 4 friends to buy the property. I'm the one helping for other people. Everybody talk about me. I can do real estate good. These are the one they're talking. That's been all this one. Their reliabilities, they are thinking their friends and immediate family members, immediate friend circle is the one going to be their targeting clients. They don't know anything about after that, but after they come to the real estate industry, only everybody get to know. Known people is very less and unknown peoples are huge, big million peoples are unknown peoples. Known peoples are only handful. Then their marketing level change after a few years. But the very first deals and everything, the known peoples. Okay. When you do the prospecting for the known peoples, either buyer or seller, doesn't matter. They know they are really good with you. They are your circle, your close circle. But at the same time, they know your weakness too. But the age group you are standing in, that's background sometimes carries for this one, for the people who are former school teachers and they really good, they really did good in the community and they participate in the community events, and even the family members, they are more educated than other people. So whatever the reason, sometimes immediately some people having some influence. Other than that, if you started one business, MBA business and you fail, and you started some other network marketing and fail, and you started insurance business and you didn't do good or something like that, that's going to have some minus side for your real estate side too. But whoever it is, doesn't matter. You are targeting clients as friends and families. What is your goal? What do you need to know when you meet them? You need to introduce yourself. Sometimes you have to think whether you have one-way communication or two-way communication you need. So sometimes you need only one-way communication. You only spread the news. You become a real estate agent. After that one, you can have both-way communication, the discussing side, and you want to give some information side and everything, you can have the two-way communication side. Communication method, communication type and everything. You have to think before you start to prospect, before you start to introduce yourself, your friends and close families. But one thing I want you to make sure, if you are introducing yourself in person, two-way communication in person, rather than sending the email, Instagram posting, Facebook postage, those kind of things is a different one-way communication. Everybody say good luck, good luck, good luck. If you want to interact the peoples, very carefully interact. What you need to know, if you give the card and if you interact the people, you need to get the good luck. Good luck, I'll buy the property from you. That kind of message. That's you had to get it from them. I always say that one. I'm repeating this one. Friends and family members. You are not a secret agent, first of all. You are a real estate agent. Don't some real estate agent, when they come new, they don't want to give the car to their friends and families. That's a wrong thing. You ask for the business. If you don't ask, you don't get it. Even the temple, go to the God. You asking, I want to pass the exam. Basic one. Any age group of the peoples. I want to do something good. You had to ask for it. Then business, you had to ask for it. If you don't ask, you don't get it. Introduce yourself to the friends and families and get together every 6 months or 1 year. Call them as a small party and give them food, give them drinks, tell about the real estate industry, give some information. For example, you have to feel like if you are talking to other person, like you go to the movie, If you go to the movie, either any kind of movie you are going there, you need to have some turn points. You need to have some thrill ending. You need to get some message from the movie. At least few hours you have to feel good about it. Same thing if you have a meeting with somebody. If you are speaking to other peoples, you have to deliver the good messages to them. In that case, nowadays is a very good time for the real estate market, buyers market. You can tell them, you can bargain, you can have a good bargain to buy the properties right now. You can tell them, you can introduce to them different areas in Ontario. Even I seen it, some agents are advertising in Alberta, British Columbia, and different areas too. Okay, I stick with only Ontario. Different areas. Where is the development is going? Which highway is expanding? 407, 427 North expanded. Up to where they expanded? The properties value, how the property value change? Which municipality is allocating more money for the hospital and the schools? I know one municipality is in Port area and Niagara area. They are spending lots of money to develop the area. Try to understand. Hamilton did 5 years ago, the internal metro system and everything. Hamilton was introduced. Learn something and introduce to your clients and give some values. Tell upfront what is the benefits they're going to get it. Based on that one, ending the meeting, they will see, okay, this girl or boy understanding something. We can invest the money, we can trust them and go out and invest the money. Do that one for the friends and family groups. Second thing, friends to friends. Friends to friends are really good for the marketing, online marketing and social media marketing. Friends to friends are really good for the beginning because they know you, but at the same time they don't want to spend the time to come to you. Make them come to you. Start the database and group up the database every 2 weeks, sending out the messages. What are the messages you're going to send out? Any messages you can send out. As I said to you, many times I repeated you. One time I went to the law firm in Bay Street law firm in 2011 for some personal reason. That law firm still sending me every year, twice a year, time changes. Selva, don't forget to change your time this Sunday. You think the the smartphones already changing the times. Every year that's not a new things anymore. One at the time. 20 years ago, maybe the time changes was a big thing. We had to remember and put it in the market in the desktop calendars. The time change on Saturday night or Sunday early morning at 1 o'clock. But nowadays you don't need that one. But still, why they're sending out? They're reminding their name. Okay, for example, guys, make the database send out. How many new condos are coming out? How many new projects are coming out? How many time interest rates are changing it? After interest rate change, what is the bond rate changing it? What is the difference between variable rate and the fixed rate? Send the messages to your database client. Show your values, who you are, and show you are active and you are closely watching the market. In that case, they will ask you. Definitely, they will ask you. Even Facebook. Don't think Facebook is old. Yes, the people who look at the Facebook, they may introduce their niece and nephew, younger people to buy the properties. Go for the social media, free marketing. Make a database group and send the information out. Be active in the social medias. Some nice one you post. When I say social media, I mentioned many times under the Facebook. There's Ontario group of people. They're coming in Ontario real estate group, writing the article. Go there and read that one, okay? And I stick with today for the prospecting side. And door knocking, calling, farming. Farming is very important, guys. Farming is very important. Nobody going to knock the door and give you the deal. You had to go and knock the door and ask for it. I want the deal. Why? Because you want to be a millionaire. You want to be a millionaire. If you want to make millions, you cannot sit home and relax. You can't sit home and sleep. If he has one day is a good example. I called one of my friends at 9 o'clock in the morning. Then he said to me, it's an honest word. He said to me, Selvana, one time everybody was sleeping. You started your tax business at 7 o'clock in the morning and finishing at 10 o'clock in the morning. You made money. Everybody was sleeping. You was working. Now I am coming in the morning while everybody's sleeping and doing exercise. I don't waste my time for my production or anything. I come at 6 o'clock and start. Now after pandemic, they open at 7 o'clock. I come and do. Why? I want to live happy. I want to live healthy. Then only I can do more business. Then he said, I want to see you tomorrow in the fitness club. What kind of conversation is that, guys? Efficient conversation. What I am trying to do, your life, you control it. Nobody else controlling it. Your life, you have to control. Okay. For farming, cold calling, and door knocking. One other thing, nobody going to knock the door and ask you nobody going to knock the door and give you the business. You have to go and knock the door. If you knock the door, 100 doors you knock. Say no. 101 door they open for you and give you the listing. You are going to get $20,000. Knocking the 100 doors, how many minutes going to take? Each door 10 minutes. Multiply. But one door they open, you're going to get $20,000 commission, as well as your lifetime plans is going to be there. Everything is works, guys. Door knocking, cold calling. Door knocking, cold calling doesn't work this anymore because of the Privacy Act, privacy phone limit, as well as everybody have a cell phone. In that case, cold calling, I don't think cold calling is efficient for last 5 years or more, but farming is works. Farming is works. Even my query, I watched it yesterday night before do the training. I watched it yesterday night for the recent video. He's still saying door knocking works, and write the handwritten notes for the people who open the door and talk to you, and mark their door number and send next time. Don't put the regular flyers, put the handwritten notes. They will call you because they value your time for the handwritten time. Last night around 9:30, 10 o'clock, I watched this video because of the today's meeting for you guys. Farming is works, guys. If you want farming, it's already, we have only for 6 more minutes. I'm not going too much about the farming. You guys know farming method. How do you do the farming? I repeat many times, maybe advertisement and farming. I make it as a one class and tell you guys how to do the farming, how to allocate the time, how to make the flyers and everything. We can do it as a separate class. Now it's only prospecting methods I'm doing it. First method, I said, group of people, friends and families, throw the parties, friends and families, social medias, and friends to friends, database follow-up, social medias farming, and introduce yourself. Even the database, write down some messages, good messages, important messages to read for them, any language. And the third one, farming and door knocking, very important. Under the farming, if you are doing good, if your income is over 200,000 or more, you can do the farming. You can spend some money and do Canada Post for the condo farming. You can do the Canada Post farming. If you are a new person, I don't want to spend money. If you are a new person, if you want to target the condos, get trust and go and stand in every Friday evenings. Friday evening is a happy day for the condo living people. They come out in the evening from 4 to 6. The time they do shopping and come home, that time you introduce yourself, stand there and give out the cards. Try it every Friday. Don't go one Friday and tell me you don't get the clients. You will get the clients. You will definitely get the clients. If you try it 4 weeks in a row, 1 month, at least you get one lease. Guaranteed, I can tell you. That's all your side. But if you're making over 200,000 or more, you can send out the direct players from Canada Post and stuff for the condo farming. Open houses, back to normal now. Pandemic is over. Don't think about the pandemic still now. Wearing the mask and wearing the covering your head. Just to go out, do open houses, guys. You show your face. Ask other salesperson who need help and go and involve yourself. Do the open houses. Show your face out. You get the deal. Think about real estate 24/7. Then you will have a money. You can make money. And referrals. Ask for referrals. Ask for referrals all the time. Whoever you talk, ask for referrals. Your past clients. You have only 10 past clients, for example. All the 10 past clients, visit. Christmas time is coming up. Don't wait until December 25th. Okay. Go early and sit down and have a coffee or tea with them and ask for the referrals. Tell them I need your help. And give the calendars. All site calendars, doesn't matter. Tell them you need referral. follow up every month, phone call, follow up, give me a referral, I'll give you some money. That's the way you have to get it in. And lawyers who deal with, ask the referral. Mortgage broker who you deal with, ask the referral. Go for the referral side. And there's another method. Go to the people's refinancing and older people's. They are downsizing the properties. Target them. Different group of peoples, identify different group of peoples. And prospect, buy a prospect and sell a prospect. Keep doing it. Success is your choice. You knock the door, you get success. Nothing else I can say. If you don't do it, you don't get success. If you want to see millions, go out and work hard. 7 days a week, work hard. Definitely you can see millions in your bank balance. Thank you very much for today. And only 60 days more for this year. Guys, don't wait.
Thank you, Selva.
If you have any question, last 2 minutes, ask me. Otherwise, we can meet next week. Thank you very much. Today, I am happy with the over 120 members participated this morning. Again, we might
you